Hello everyone, my name is Caden and welcome back to more Robotics No Elite. Last time we got done with the first chapter and man, Kaito's just so great. But now we're playing as Akio for a little bit and oh boy, let's see how this is going to turn out. Hi Vice Principal.
I force a stiff smile onto my face and bow slightly. Vice Principal likewise gives me a slight nod and walks past me. God, my heart can't take this. This is why I didn't want to come to the faculty room. It's all Michi's fault. Why did he call me here?
Michi!
I'm here, Michi. Michi's casually sitting at his desk eating delivery Zaruboza.
I can't speak.
Delivery Zarusoba? Why am I even here?
Hey, little Cinnamon, how many times do I have to tell you? Don't call me Michi.
And don't call me Little Sinomiya.
You're a little sister, though.
Hey, don't wave your chopsticks around. You got soup on me. What if it leaves a stain? So, what do you want to...
Hang on. Akio, I don't know if you should be talking about stains, but apparently you wear your outfit... You wear your outfit to do maintenance work on the robots, so you get oil stains all over it. Do you really want to be worried about stains?
Oh, right.
Michi puts down his chopsticks and turns to face me.
All right, listen up. It's about the prize money from Robo 1.
For some reason, he says this in a hushed voice. Should they contact us about the payment date? I can't wait. Our little Tanagashi Machine 3 won an impressive second place at Robo 1. Our prize? A whopping 1 million yen. Right after the tournament, I was so busy despairing over the club that it didn't really hit me at the time. But now that we're in the clear, that 1 million yen is like a radiant light of hope. It's several times more than the funds I request from the VP. With that kind of cash, we've basically already won. But apparently there's a lot of paperwork that needs doing, so the cash won't be wired to us for about a month. Of course, since we're students and we entered Robo 1 as a robotics club, the money's being sent to the school. Either way, that money belongs to the robotics club, which means we can use it however we want. As soon as we get the money, I'll go straight to the dock and repair tab, then buy lots of parts for Gun Build 1. Yeah, I'm getting hyped.
About that, they're wiring the cash next month. There's a lot of paperwork since it's public school.
What are you trying to say?
Basically, due to said process, the money won't be usable as club funds until April of next year. That's a pro tip.
What? But we'll have graduated by next April.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Then what's the point? The expo's in February. We need to complete Gun Build 1 before then.
Listen up, Sinomiya. I have words of wisdom for you.
What is it?
Money comes, money goes. Understand?
Not even remotely. Kai, why is Kai never around at a time like this? I want to ruffle his hair up as hard as I can. Wait, don't tell me this is the Vice Principal's doing. Is she screwing with us again?
Hey, calm down. Of course not.
This is... I thought we'd definitely gone past our funding woes. It's just too much. Kai worked so hard, and for what?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to give it up. I can't do anything about this one.
Unless 1 million yen, Michi. The club will repay you next year.
Little Sinomiya, let me give you an exclusive lowdown. My savings account is at 0.
Worst exclusive ever. Can we ever get a clean win?
Nope. Where's Kojiro Frau? I come all the way out to the hangars at the old airport and click my tongue lightly. Don't tell me I'm just another naive dude believing the words of a pretty girl. I've been matched up with Tokyo girls in online battles up before, but that's it. Is it normal to make IRL plans and then ghost them? Guess I'll just play Kill Bill and wait, keep my expectations low. But then I think I hear something. Is his sister Centipede again? It's a bit too crude of a sound to be her. Sounds like a car horn. But at a time and place like this, are they calling for me? Good grief. I decided to go and check out the situation. What? Hello? The old airport parking lot. There's an abandoned hotel in between it and the road out front. They relocated when the airport closed down and it's gone unused ever since. I recognize a light truck parked there. That's the Thunder Emperor. Thunder Emperor is just a nickname. That's the name of the owner of the car gave it.
Yashio, what are you wearing? You going to work like that?
Aaron is the man in the driver's seat. For some reason, he finds fault in me wearing my school uniform.
Listen, you should wear your gym clothes when you're doing work that might get you dirty. That's a pro tip.
What are you doing here, Michi?
Can you tell?
Collecting trash? When did you quit being a teacher?
I haven't quit. I'm still being a teacher.
And what's with all the stuff in the truck?
It's removing. Damn that vice principal. She totally has it out for me because of the Robo 1 thing.
Moving, huh? Well, I have a pretty good idea of who's doing the moving. Looks like I've been tricked.
Listen, remember, Yashio, it's better to join a stronger enemy than to fight them.
As Michi gets out of the car, he says something entirely unbecoming of an educator.
It's fine and dandy being tough when you're a student, but once you're in society, suck up to people above you. That's how you build successful working relationships. This isn't just a pro tip. It's a secret to success. Got it?
I get it, but is that something a teacher should be saying?
I'm a teacher who speaks honestly. Feel free to respect me.
Not happening. I ignore Michi and look around. As expected, there's no sign of Kojiro Frau.
So, how'd you get to know of Furuguri?
Furuguri? Who the hell is that? I feel like I've seen that name before, but where?
Don't tell me it's when we went to Tokyo. Not bad at all, Yoshio.
For some reason, Michi is grinning at me. What a pain. Maybe I should bail before it's too late. I don't know anyone named Furuguri, so I'm out.
Yo!
You hear what sounds like a girl shrieking nearby? After what happened at Uchigaoka Park yesterday, I reflexively raised my guard. The voice came from Thunder Emperor's truck bed. There were multiple large boxes stacked up on top of it. I cautiously peek inside. Ah! It's there that I find Kojiro Frau sprawled out between the boxes, a sickly expression on her face. What are you doing?
Going home without helping. What is wrong with this island? This is unforgivable.
Let me repeat myself. What are you doing?
Beefy teacher drives like a knight. My coal's all shook, ripped in peace.
As usual, the way she uses her words is confusing as hell. Is this fashionable in Tokyo or something? I don't remember hearing anyone talk like her when I was there.
She's been rolling around the back with her PC since Ishinumote. Said it was too precious to leave alone. But as you know, Yoshio, I'm the safest driver there is.
You obey the speed limit, but your actual technique is all over the place. If you sit in the passenger seat, it's manageable, but the back, she must have gotten whipped around. No wonder she's sick. So, what's your actual name?
Kojiro Frau, 17 years old. Consider yourself bone.
I suppose I can just find out by looking at her tag.
By the way, I just turned 17 last month. Last time, an eternal 17-year-old.
Her name's Furuguri Kona. Kind of a dumb name, so I remembered it no sweat.
Furuguri Kona? I guess Kojiro Frau is her pen name. Interesting.
Like hell I have a Dokyu name like that. Go to hell.
Alright, I got it. This is going nowhere fast, so how about getting out the truck bed, Kona-chan?
Calling me by that name is cruel and unusual punishment.
Just get out of the truck, damn it. After pulling Frau out of the truck bed, it seems she can barely stand.
Terra nasty.
Oh, you are going to be a fun character, aren't you? Terra Nasty, Dokyun, yep. Deeds please, shitpost, for the win, Google. Sorry, Goggle. @channel. Japan's most popular anonymous message board. Covers a wide variety of topics from cooking to anime to current events. Catchphrase is everything from hacking to tonight's dinner. Nowadays, with the advent of microblogging and other similar applications, @channel is not as popular as it once was. She certainly looks ill. She's been hanging her head the whole time, too. She's not even trying to make eye contact. Are you living in the airport? Oh, I just realized you're wearing my school's uniform. What's the deal?
Obviously, it's because you transferred to our school. That ain't even a pro tip, Yoshio.
Transferred? Is that why she moved here? But why don't I see her parents anywhere? So, where exactly are you moving?
Right here, obviously, SMH.
She points to the abandoned hotel in front of us. You do realize this place is abandoned, right?
Already bought it.
Who did?
I did.
With what money?
I earned tens of millions from kill ballots, so I invested most of it.
KB only costs 115 yen. But even at that price, with tens of millions of downloads, she must have made a ton. She's like 9 day compared to Akio and her complaints over 10,000 yen parts. Jeez, she seriously bought this old place and plans to live here? What in the world is she thinking?
Hey, Yashio, we should get started.
Get started on what? I have a bad feeling about. Oh, so that's why you called me over, asshole!
I have things to do. Let's get her stuff moved quick so I can leave. That's a pro tip.
I knew this had to do with helping her move. Come on, give me a break. I got called out here just to do this. I need to escape as soon as possible. I just remembered I have some business to attend to. Catch you later! Frau grabs the cuff of my shirt. She's still avoiding eye contact. All she does is look at the cuff of my shirt with a sickly expression on her face. Damn it, she's not gonna let me escape. Fine, we'll do this the hard way. If you insist on making me help... I brush Frau's hand away and look her in the eyes. Our eyes meet for a moment, and Frau immediately averts her gaze. I slowly pull my Pokecom out of the bag at my waist. If you beat me in a match...
Remember how I shared that program?
What?
You need to repay your debt, SMH. Frauton it's so nice to help someone without compensation.
You scare me. I can't argue with that. I put my Pokecom away. Stop moving like that. This is the last one! I put the box on the floor and raised both fists into the air. In the end, I made over 10 trips. Her stuff was way too heavy. I can barely move my arms at this point. What on earth did she pack? Not only that, but she made the absurd request that we carry them to the corner room on the 3rd floor. The elevator doesn't work and the halls are filled with trash, making it hard to walk. Is this some kind of harassment?
That's a good sweat. This is what I call you. I got some special words just for you, Yashio, Furuguri. People get kinder the more they sweat.
Is that so? I don't have the mental strength to listen to them, so I'm doing all I can just to catch my breath and avoid an attack. I don't want to put a burden on my body. Plus, Akio isn't here right now. I just squat down in place and breathe.
Tongues.
I hear a voice from somewhere. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Frau in a while. Where is she? I look around the room. My eyes eventually stop on her holding her knees, balled up in a corner of the room. She kind of looks like some sort of ghost bound to the hotel or something. What's Tonks?
Thanks.
Huh?
TY. You don't get anything.
Frau mutters and lightly punches the wall.
Wall punch.
The reason I don't get anything is because Frau uses too much net sling from 10 years ago. And hey, I helped her out, didn't I? Why is she snapping back at me? Just for the record, the walls and floor of the room are crazy rundown. This really does look like a room in an abandoned building. If I wasn't so worried about having an attack, I'd never want to sit down on the floor. Kona-chan, are you really planning on living here?
So what if I am?
She's serious.
Tomorrow I'm calling some remodelers. Also, security. Super extreme top priority. My PC is super transcendent high spec. Not high. There's a difference. Plus it has the original source code for Kill Ballot and other goodies too. It also has over 1 terabyte of raw smut and stuff. Okay! Oh, Jesus! What?
Are you gonna be like the Daru of this game? Raw? I can't tell if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm so confused.
If my VC ever got stolen, I just dropped dead Fred.
Who the heck is Fred, and why are you ranting to yourself?
Anyway, the rules of nature, kill or be killed. I'll shut myself away behind traps and security systems that nobody can ever break through. In other words, all he'll need to...
But are you gonna live in this big place all on your own? Why not just buy a regular house instead?
But I refuse. The whole abandoned aesthetic is so moe. Now give hot, topless guy. Bonus points if he touches him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Oh, you're gonna be the weird one, aren't you? You're gonna be the really weird one, aren't you?
Oh no.
I ignore whatever I don't understand. Where are your parents?
At the very least, Papa's in Tokyo.
What a strange way of phrasing that. And your mother? Frau goes quiet, so I shoot Michi a questioning look instead. Of course, he doesn't take the hint. He's asleep. I was a fool for expecting anything from such a worthless teacher. And your mother? Try asking again. Frau turns her gaze to the scenery outside the window. I see a side of her face.
Mom is...
She hasn't finished speaking, but judging by her expression, Frau looks tremendously lonely. I brace myself to hear the rest of her answer. But all she does is smile at me. What? I'm so confused. Oh, back to Akio. Please read this.
Proposal for making Gonvaro Prototype Model 1 move properly. What is this?
It's a proposition I put together.
4 days after joining the club, Subaru finally visits the clubroom by his own will. But as soon as he appeared, he gave me these notes. Most people don't hand out stuff like this on paper these days, so I'm a little surprised. Why do you seem so uptight? Now you're here, you should try and relax. Want a skull?
I'm stunned you can remain so calm in a cramped shack like this.
Cramped shack? Well, this place was a storage room once, so he's not that far off. Humans are creatures that can adapt to their environment. And anyway, we have a hangar for constructing Gunbill 1. The clubroom doesn't matter much at all.
I see. That attitude of yours is proof that being a loser is ingrained in you. It's rather pitiable.
He always has to say things in the meanest way possible.
Well, I certainly have no intention of tagging along with such a tepid way of doing things. I care little about your position as an upperclassman or president. Keep that in mind as you read my proposal.
And when Kai gets here...
30 minutes have already gone by, and he's nowhere to be found.
This is weird. Kai's never skipped club activities. Not that he ever helps when he's here, but... Seriously, where'd he go? He vanished right after class yesterday, too. He's not answering my calls or messages. Nothing like this has ever happened before. I'm feeling weird about this. Maybe it's because we're always together. The look Subaru's giving me just screams, get on with it. Fine, I'll read it. Couldn't you have just sent it to me in an email?
I don't know your email address.
If you asked, I'd have told you.
It's too much of a pain to have to ask you for things.
I resist the urge to tell him off while I look over the proposal. Let's see.
I'll explain it as you read.
That'd be great. Now I don't actually have to read it.
To put simply, it's a change to the design concept of Prototype Model 1.
Wait, what do you mean by change?
I looked over the blueprints you gave me yesterday. As I predicted, they're a relic of the past.
The way he puts it makes me really angry. What am I supposed to do? The blueprints were drawn up 9 years ago.
Indeed, and in that sense, they're not bad for something a high schooler put together a decade ago. But that's all.
It hasn't been a decade, it's been 9 years.
Giant robots a decade ago could only stand, at most, moving their heads, like the Gundam in Odaiba. But times have changed. We're in the middle of a genuine robot boom right now. Nations all over the world are pouring money into their own giant robot projects. That's the era we live in. It's during that very era that this robotics club of yours wants to brazenly participate in the expo. Am I correct?
Of course, and we're in it to win it. Jakin! Hey, you slapped!
A word of advice, if you will, get your head out of the clouds.
You're a jerk.
I told you, it doesn't matter if you're an upperclassman or the club president. I don't care about status. We can't win against robots being built on a national level. The funding, the people involved, the scale is too different. Do you have any idea how much a giant robot, for example, a gun van, would cost to actually build?
Maybe around 10 million yen?
This calculation was made about a decade ago, but the material cost alone would be around 80 billion yen.
Oh.
That said, Gunman is too fantastical, so the robots being built worldwide are on a slightly lower budget. I still highly doubt any of them would be below 10 billion yen though. Do you understand what the reality is now?
Yeah.
By the way, about how much has been spent on prototype Model 1 so far?
Most of his exterior was constructed using reprocessed scrap the club got for free. The only thing he spent money on are the servo motors in his waist. With all that considered, I think about 1 million yen in total? If we could immediately use the prize money from Robo 1, we could double our development spending. But I'm trying not to think about that anymore. If I do, I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself from busting down the door to the principal's office. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm not gonna let this get me down. Heck to the no.
There's no difference between 1 or 2 million yen at this level. It's all chump change in comparison.
Suru's merciless words pierce my chest.
If you still insist on participating in the expo, it needs to at least be capable of walking.
He'll be able to walk according to the current design.
Unfortunately, by my estimation, it won't.
Huh? Why not?
Because it hasn't been built according to the blueprints.
Wait, huh? There's no way that's...
Then let me ask, can you say for sure that you've been building prototype Model 1 according to design?
Of course, we absolutely have.
No, you haven't.
Subaru pulls up the gun build 1 blueprints on his Pokégon, then shoves the screen right up to my nose.
What are all these additions? Not strong enough. I see red line. I'm gonna read all the red lines. Not enough, not strong enough. Must. Not enough budget. Super cool. Thin waist, strongest motor, about this thick. Lights and eyes induce failure? Could entrust to next gen of Robo Club members. Irresponsible. What are all these additions?
Those are improvements that previous Robotics Club's members made.
You mean downgrades?
We had to get by with a lack of money and parts. Things have been tough, okay? And we can't always get materials of the size that we want. Plus, reprocessing them isn't easy. They said he was reworked to make use of the materials they got, so as to waste as little as possible. That's what my predecessor told me, and what their predecessor told them.
So some things up, Model 1 was not built according to the blueprints.
Well, I guess not.
Due to that, its form is all off. I feel sorry for both the designer and the robot.
Then if we get rid of all the extra bits and return back to the original...
Can you really reverse it? Isn't prototype Model 1 quite far into construction?
About 70%.
Then you're speaking nonsense.
Then what would you do, Subaru? I'm clearly upset with him, but his expression stays the same.
The old blueprints as well as what you have of prototype Model 1?
Subaru seems to purposely pause. He then pushes his glasses up with a finger.
They should be discarded.
What? I doubt my ears. I can't believe it. I never thought for a moment that he would say those words. How can you just say something like that, like it's no big deal? We only just managed to avoid having him scrapped by the vice principal. Wait, don't tell me you're actually working for her.
If it makes you feel better, feel free to think that.
He laughed at me again.
After our discussion, you should understand that starting from square one is the fastest option.
What discussion? Subaru's just been going on and on about his own ideas.
I'll handle the design work. Anything unnecessary to the design will be removed in their entirety. I wrote the details in the proposal, but there are two major points. 1. The cockpit is to be removed. Remote operation is the norm, so having an operator inside is irrational.
Hold it, stop! Are you seriously getting rid of the cockpit? Are you out of your mind? Even in the original Gunvarl, Genki-kun piloted the inside from inside of him. Giant robots are meant to be piloted from within.
So, you reject the very existence of Meganter, then?
That's not what I meant.
Besides, I'm ultimately against using Gunvarl as the model for this project. If you are going to model it after something, make it a more realistic and reproducible machine. The car trooper is full of design holes.
It's not Cart Trooper, it's Cut Trooper. Subaru couldn't care less about my correction.
Regardless, it's meaningless either way.
What do you mean?
Proposition number 2 is the complete removal of the exterior.
The exterior? You mean the armor? I never even considered that. Why? Because it's a terrible idea.
Even at the blueprint stage, prototype Model 1 hasn't cleared the problem that is its overall weight. The construction done on it so far has made the legs thicker than in the blueprint. Just having it stand will still be a struggle. To make this thing walk, it requires a massive weight reduction. Its exterior is currently the most useless part.
But without the armor, he'll just be a skeleton. Nobody would be able to tell that he's a Gunvarl. How lame would that be?
This isn't about looking cool or lame. If it can't move, it's just a lump of metal junk.
But there's no armor cockpit, there's no point in even making the upper body. If the cockpit was removed from Gun Build 1, it'd be no better than paper mache. The inside would be hollow. It reduces his defense.
What are you talking about?
You know, defense, like armor and stuff.
Who or what are you intending on fighting? Do you think giant robots fight at the expo like in Robo 1?
Hearing him say it out loud is the first time it actually dawns on me. I've been working on Gun Build 1 for over 2 years now. To think it took me this long to realize it? Oh right, it's not fighting anything. The expo only has demos. While there are no set rules for the content of said demos, I doubt fighting is allowed.
You clearly watch too much anime. Aren't you older than me? How sad.
Excuse me? The very nature of a giant robot justice is to fight. They exist to defeat evil. A giant robot that doesn't fight is just a giant robot. You laughed at me again.
Justice is relative. And besides, such values mean nothing in terms of current giant robot development. Or are you saying the Earth is in danger of being destroyed by evil aliens or some mad scientist?
Subaru. I hate to break it to you, but you are in a science adventure series title. The odds of that are not 0. In fact, I would say they're higher than potentially 50%. Not guaranteed. But some mad scientist? I think it could absolutely be some mad scientist. Maybe even 300 of them. Aye.
Search as you might, but you'll never find such anime-esque plot developments in the real world. The expo is purely a competition based on around development. Spare no expenses to utilize cutting-edge tech.
But, well, I know that Kasei and the whole justice thing, it's just, truth be told, simply because Big Sis modeled it after Gunvarl, that's all. Gunvarl is a giant robot of justice, so if we were to build Gunvarl, that'd mean the Robotics Club is building a giant robot of justice by extension. Justice is all about, a feeling. Yeah, a feeling.
Either way, justice or not, there's no fighting at the expo. If your idea of what giant robotics are is that childish, you should disband the Robotics Club immediately. If you make such assertions at the expo venue, you'll be the laughingstock of the world.
Subaru shrugs his shoulders and grins at me. This punk is basically an anime villain. I hard to handle, but I didn't think he'd be this much of a jerk face.
By the way, the 70% complete prototype Model 1 is to be disassembled. Most of the parts can be reused, so that'll help cover the lack of funding.
I take a deep breath and hand the proposal back to Subaru. Unacceptable.
Even after everything I've said.
I told you. Unacceptable. That's that.
You really intend to bring that defective prototype Model 1 to the expo? The same one that can't even walk.
Don't say it like that! Before I realized it myself, I've snapped. I felt like he was making fun of Big Sis, so I couldn't take it anymore. Don't be so heartless. So frustrating that it almost makes me cry, but I resist the urge. Gun Build 1 is something every member of the Robotics Club have worked their hardest to slowly build over the years. It's the history of the Robotics Club itself. How could you expect me to just so casually throw it all away? I can't. I want to bring that kid to the expo. Because he's filled with the emotions of everyone who gave it their best to build him throughout these 9 years, starting with Big Sis. He's the crystallization of their efforts. So yeah, I reject everything you just said.
This is nonsense.
I don't give a damn if it is. Those are the club president's orders. I stare him in the eyes and declare this clearly and concisely. After giving me a cold look for a moment, Subaru shrugs his shoulders slightly.
In that case, I have nothing further to say. I would have been better off just handing you my club withdrawal notice instead, like I originally planned.
Huh? You can't quit?
I won't. If I did, Yashio-senpai would reveal my secret identity, right?
Oh, yeah, that's exactly right.
I'll be staying in the club. Just keep in mind that I did my bare minimum as a member just now with that proposal.
But that Subaru turns his back to me.
I'll be doing as I wish now. I don't plan on assisting you in any way. No, if you'll excuse me.
Subaru coldly spits out his final words and leaves. I head to Kai's spot in the shade of the tree and space out while staring at the blueprints that Big Sis drew up. I can't throw it all away. I joined the Robotics Club precisely because these blueprints in Gun Build 1 were here. He's one of the few things that Big Sis left behind on the island. Proof that she was once here. I could never get rid of that.
Hey. I attempt to shower Mizuka-san with the usual flattery once I enter the store, but there's no one at the register. Where could she be? Welcome! I heard Mizuka-san's voice coming from deeper in the store. I take a peek to see her sitting on a step, doing maintenance on her hug. Yo!
Oh, it's just the yokai.
Looking beautiful as always. Doing hug maintenance? Yep. Been a while since I last saw Mizuka-san with her hug off. The crash of 15, a fierce solar storm that I gotta look at this, hang on. Japan's most popular... Wait, no. Yes! In September 2015, the largest solar storm in recorded history struck Earth, causing electronic failures worldwide. The massive damage to the world's infrastructure and the panic that resulted from it became known as the Crash of 15. In 2015, a large hole opened in Earth's electromagnetic shield, leaving Earth defenseless against an incoming solar flare. Since no precautions were taken beforehand, the powerful electric current caused electronics and high-voltage transformers around the world to fail, shutting down the entire electrical grid temporarily. Reports indicate that the damage to the U.S. amounted to $1 to $2 trillion in the first year alone. As of 2019, full restoration still has yet to be completed in vast metropolitan areas around the world. What is this? Meganter number 28, a mecha manga published from the 1950s to the 1960s. It was later adapted into an anime as well as a live-action drama. Masterpiece from the dawn of mecha anime, it received multiple remakes throughout the years. The story about a boy who controls a giant robot remotely and fights for peace. Mobile Jacket Gundam, seminal work of mecha anime. First series aired in the late 1970s. There have been many sequels and spin-offs produced since. I did not know that NEET was supposed to stand for Not in Education, Employment, and Training. I never knew that's what that was supposed to mean. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, this. They talked all about this during Chaos Child. The
how this happened. Oh boy. But yeah, I guess that would affect all the mechanical stuff like the hugs and all that, yeah. That was when Mizuka-san was in a traffic accident. Her legs were badly injured, so Misani gifted her this hug after she joined EXCO.
I might be bad with machines, but I need to at least do this by myself. That said, all I really need to do is oil the servo motors, tighten some screws, and wipe the surface clean.
I always thought it was strange. Can't someone from EXCO handle that for you?
There is a hug engineer assigned to me, more or less. But this island doesn't have an official dealership. They come from Kagoshima once a month.
Such is the life of us island dwellers, am I right?
Bingo.
Ever consider having a local workshop take a look at it?
Not possible. Hugs are like black boxes. You sign a contract at purchase that says only hug engineers can do maintenance on them.
Huh.
And the maintenance fees are stupidly high.
Honestly, sounds kind of like a ripoff. I was about to say, I don't want to say this since Misani works there, but I bet those taxes are part of the reason why EXCO got big so quick. Adults sure do play dirty.
As if you've got a clue.
She smirks at me. Anyway, that's enough preamble. Mizuka-san, can I get one of the usual? Mizuka-san's eyes sharply narrow the second I make my request. They're the eyes of a predator that has spotted their prey.
I'm a bit tied up right now, so grab it yourself.
Steal my resolve and take one passion fruit bun out of the steamer next to the register. As usual, it's warmed and steamed just right. Here goes! I wipe my tears away. It's all down the hatch. I can feel my stomach acids trying to come out my throat, but I keep everything down as much as I can.
Delicious, right?
No comment. Izuka-san finished her hug tuning while I experienced help. She effortlessly attaches her legs.
So, Kai, what you want to know this time?
I gulped down mineral water in an attempt to get rid of that horrific aftertaste. I breathed deep, rearranging my thoughts. Let's start with a light jab. Could you introduce me to any people or companies that might be willing to sponsor the Robotics Club? Yesterday, Akio was grieving over the fact that we can't use our prize money. So, I figured I should ask while I'm here.
The club didn't get disbanded, right?
It narrowly escaped with its life, but they aren't funding us, so and the Robo One prize money is on hold.
If it's not one thing, it's another when it comes to you, Kai. Well, your fastest option is gonna be...
A name escapes Mizuka-san's lips that I wasn't expecting at all.
Michi. Consider asking him.
That broke dude who only ever buys protein, he never cough up the cash.
Well, he might live in poverty. His uncle is the president of some big company.
Wait, seriously? This is news to my ears.
He's a bit quirky, but if you win him over, he might give you some money.
Mishi's uncle. I can't even imagine what sort of person we're dealing with. Actually, I'm not sure I want to meet him. Granted, I wouldn't be the negotiator here. That would be on Akio.
I poke around for others willing to sponsor you. Unfortunately, I doubt I'll find very many in this time of recession.
Appreciate it nonetheless. Now for the real deal. Alright, now for the real reason I'm here.
More questions? You know the deal.
Mizuka's son's eyes point to the steamer. I recall the taste from a few moments ago, and once again feel my stomach juices trying to push their way up. I feel like throwing up, but can desperately hold it back, considering it my way of showing that 2 a day is impossible.
Fine, fine, you're off the hook this time. So, what is it?
Tell me any rumors you've heard about ghosts appearing in Uchugaoka.
There are ghosts there?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not really sure what to tell you. Stuff like that is out of my wheelhouse. But I do know a kid who knows way more about the occult and urban legends than me. Interested?
You're a lifesaver. Who is it?
I actually directed you to her for a different request. Daitoku Juna.
Oh, really? Her? For real? Yet another unexpected name pops up. I guess she isn't just a karate girl. She's an occult girl.
She's kind of a maniac when it comes to ghost stuff.
This'll be a pain, but it sounds worth it giving a shot. Uchigaoka Park is an important place to me. There's nowhere else I can go to really focus on gaming. That's right. This is a battle to protect the place where I play Kill Ballad. Or so I say to myself in an attempt to work up some enthusiasm. Alright, where's Juna? The next day after school. Decided to go and have a little chat with Daitoku-san. Oh, a message. Maybe it's her. I sent her one earlier about wanting to talk about urban legends. Open message. Of course, I didn't know you were into urban legends, Yashio-kun. If you like, I can teach you what I know. Think we can meet at the front gate after school? She sounds really psyched. This is giving me a totally different vibe from the one she normally has. But I might be able to get some valuable info out of her. She's my only hope.
Kai, wait, hold on!
When I grab my bag and try to leave the classroom, Akio grabs me by the collar. She's on cleaning duty.
Don't tell me you're leaving.
I'm not on cleaning duty today.
I'm not talking about that. Come to club today. Michi told me earlier that a newspaper is here for an interview.
An interview for what?
About us getting second place at Robo 1. So you gotta be there too.
Oh, I'm gonna take a brain check on that. Just answer with whatever, Aki-chan.
Wait, are you sure? I'm gonna tell them every juicy detail about you.
Akio grins at me. She sure does get carried away about everything.
Anyway, I think getting second at Robo 1 is pretty amazing. Honestly, there should be lots of interviews lined up for us. If we reveal the identity of Mr. Plies, it'll cause an even bigger stir.
If you do that, Subaru will get all pissy and quit for sure.
I know, I never do something that mean. Still, it'd be nice if there was a little more excitement over our success. Then we could get a bunch of people asking to sponsor us. If only.
Akio absentmindedly drifts off into her world of delusions. So, can I go now?
Wait, don't go!
Why not? I said you can handle the interview.
That's that. This is this. You didn't come to club yesterday or the day before. You're ditching too much.
Well, it's not like there's a difference if I'm here or not, right? You got an instant power-up in the form of Subaru-kun. Things will go way better if you two work together on the robot. It's then that Akio lets go of my collar. She has a dumbfounded look on her face.
Did you really think it was like that? Is that why you were coming to the club?
No, I'm not saying anything like... I try to speak, but she sticks a finger against my nose.
You're thinking too deeply about it. Remember, you're an official member of the Robotics Club too. We would have never gone to the finals of Robo 1 without you, Kai. I'm really grateful that you're a member. So stop worrying so much and come hang out with us, okay?
Yeah, sure. She's so sincere that I can't possibly correct her at this point.
Phew, that's a relief. Guess that solved the ditching problem. I actually thought you were going to quit on me, so I was really nervous.
I'm not quitting, but I do have plans today.
What plans? If you say video games, you're getting the you big jerk punishment.
Considering what I'm usually up to, I get why she'd come to that conclusion. Wait, what the heck kind of punishment is that? Today's different. I'm meeting up with Daitoku-san.
Huh? Why? Actually, I saw you two suddenly start following each other on Twibo today. When did you get so friendly?
I wouldn't say they were friendly.
Then, you're going to get more friendly with her now?
Akio starts poking me with the handle of the broom she's holding.
Are you going on a date? Is this a mistake because of your youth?
Please, it's nothing lewd like that.
I figured. You're the type who'd choose a game over a girl.
I'm touched. You know me so well, Aki-chan.
How long do you think we've been together for? So? Why are you meeting up with Daitoku-san?
I conspire to reclaim my peaceful gamer life.
What the heck?
I figured you wouldn't understand. But it'd be a real pain to explain this from start to finish. If you want me to go into detail, you gotta beat me in a match. Game?
Ugh. You're nothing but no good serial ditcher.
She squares her shoulders and goes back to cleaning. Yeah, I figured that would make her mad. But I know plenty of ways to win Akio over again. By the way, did you give up on the prize money yet? 1 million yen prize for second place in Robo 1 has been seized by the school. While it'll be usable as club funds next year, we'll have left the school by then. Naturally, we won't have it by the expo. Akio shakes her head while sweeping the floor with the broom.
You know, I really tried to come up with a way, getting a loan from someone or finding a loophole. By the end of the day, I'd just be causing trouble for someone else. If possible, I want to go to the expo with a robot we built fair and square.
I can admire that, but do you have a way of procuring funds at this point?
Of course not. Yesterday I tried going around to businesses in Nakatane to negotiate, but they wouldn't hear me out. I did manage to collect 2,000 yen in donations, though.
2,000 yen won't even cut it to repair debt to the robot clinic. Agyo's clearly dispirited.
I'm too ashamed to see Doc. Actually, he might kill me when he sees me.
Then how about getting Michi to introduce you to a potential sponsor?
He's an advisor just for show. The brass doesn't understand things like that.
Ouch, that's harsh. I mean, he is a teacher in the Robotics Club advisor. He was even the first club president. But I guess after getting to know him over the last 2 years, she's lost all trust in him. Time for me to drop the bomb. I hear one of Michi's relatives is the president of some big company. Trying to deliver the news as casually as possible. Akio throws her broom aside and closes in on me.
Tell me more, right now!
Akio dashes to the faculty room. I guess she doesn't care about the test schedule I told her about a few moments earlier. I see Akio off and head to the exit. There's still lots of students leaving school after classes.
Hey!
Small one. Daitoku-san is standing in an easy-to-find spot. Her eyes meet and she bows her head a little. Thank goodness. I was worried I wouldn't find you because you're so tiny. What a relief.
Tiny. I know I'm tiny, but...
Daitoku-san slumps her shoulders a little, but immediately regains her composure and walks up to me.
You wrote in your message that you wanted to ask me about Uchigaoka Park.
Correcto.
Then, shall we get going?
You mean to Uchigaoka Park?
Yeah.
I don't mind, but I thought Daitoku-san's house was in the opposite direction. She immediately starts walking, leaving me stunned in place. Daitoku-san's really excited about this. And for some reason, she looks a lot more cheerful than she normally does. There's a skip in her step. Are we going on a picnic or something?
She just loves the occult.
Of course it wasn't a picnic. As soon as we arrive at the park, Daitoku-san starts talking.
So when you encountered the strange phenomenon, did you hear anything that sounded like your ears were ringing?
Nope, my Pokecom froze up, and then it started playing the strange sound.
I see. It must be that then. Was it like that?
Thank you, Juna. The way she said it was so cute that I can't help but laugh. It's even better because she was totally serious about it. Pretty much.
I knew it. A lot of people have heard it. You know how they had fax machines in the past? The beep, boop, boop, beep, sounds similar to the sound.
Oh, wait, you're right!
Sounds similar to the sound that they made.
Wait, you're right. It is kind of similar to a fax machine, wouldn't it be? Yeah, those. I remember hearing one when I was a kid. Now that you mention it, the ringing sound was kind of familiar. What do you think the source of the sound is?
I don't know. I'm not really an expert or researcher for these kinds of things.
Daitoku-san hastily shakes her head. Come on, you know that's not true. I already know all about how you're a maniac when it comes to urban legends.
I wouldn't say I'm a maniac.
So, could you please tell me? Or am I gonna have to beat you in a match to get you to talk? I'd lose in a real-life karate match, so how about we settle this in a fighting game? I gladly accept the challenge.
I don't want to fight.
Daitoku-san takes a step back, unsure of how to deal with the situation. Did I figure out?
I just look into these things because I'm interested. It's all secondhand knowledge I find online. Take what I say with a grain of salt, okay?
She says timidly. It's almost as if she has no confidence whatsoever. Yeah, of course. I'll decide for myself whether to believe it or not. Do you have any plausible theories about this?
For the earring, I kinda do.
Daitoku-san timidly nods, then starts awkwardly fiddling with her Pokecom.
So that strange mystery noise seems like there have been similar cases all around the world.
Really?
Yeah, listen to this.
Daitoku-san starts up a music app. I peek at the screen of her Pokecom. The buzzer. A siren-like sound begins to play from the speakers. It rings out intermittently in several second intervals. What is this?
Its nickname is the Buzzer. In Russia, there's a shortwave radio call sign known as UVB-76.
What's this? A call sign of a shortwave radio station that broadcasts at a frequency of 4,625 kilohertz. The broadcast station is located in a small village called Lolsky, which is around 40 kilometers northwest of Moscow, Russia.
Since about 30 years ago, this sound's been playing endlessly.
The heck? Is it some sort of cipher?
The broadcasting office denies it, but nobody really knows the truth. Other than the military cipher theory, there are all kinds of hypotheses that various theorists have come up with, like the dead man switch theory.
What is that? Originally a railway term, it refers to a device that is continually managed by the driver to ensure safety while the train is in operation. If the driver suddenly becomes ill, faints, or otherwise is unable to continue managing the device, the switch will automatically apply the emergency brakes upon recognizing that there has been no response for a certain period of time. Interesting. I guess it makes sense.
Recently, the theory that has to do with the research on the ionosphere seems pretty plausible, actually.
Okay. An electrically charged layer of the atmosphere located between 100 and 500 kilometers above the ground. The ionosphere is classified into 4 layers that start from the bottom of the ionosphere and work their way out. These layers are the D layer, E layer, F layer, and F2 layer. Okay. I'm following.
You know how solar activity's been really abnormal lately? People think this ionosphere research could be related.
Huh. In other words, the buzzing sounds heard at this park could be for that research?
Yeah, it's just a hypothesis though. There's a JAXA facility nearby, so...
Oh yeah, the Uchigaoka tracking station. It wouldn't be strange for JAXA to be conducting these kinds of experiments. When you think JAXA, you typically think space development, but they actually do all kinds of research there. And an average person like me has no grasp at all of what stuff JAXA is researching. A few unnatural phenomena in the world stand up to scrutiny once you actually try to explain them properly.
Oh, and about the freezing? This didn't happen to you, Yoshio-kun. It happened to tons of people around Japan. It was on the news, for about 46 seconds, every single Pokemon in Japan stopped working at the same time.
What? That's weird. What? What was the cause? Daitoku-san slightly shakes her head.
They say it's under investigation.
I see. Then the freeze has nothing to do with it, I guess. But there's still 2 strange phenomena left. I was hit with a 4-part combo the other day.
Huh? A combo?
Basically, 4 weird things happened to me. We've already covered the buzzing sound in the frozen Pokecom. However, there's still the garbled message from Sister Centipede and this ghost.
A ghost? You saw a ghost too, Yoshio-kun?
What do you mean by 2? Sure looked like one.
Could it be that you're more interested in the occult, Yoshio-kun?
Is there a difference between urban legends and the occult?
They're totally different.
How so?
That's whether ghosts are involved or not, right?
Why is she asking me? I'm the one who wants to know.
Also, the occult is scary stuff.
And urban legends aren't?
I don't think so.
Where is she drawing the line? So, your theory is that ghosts don't exist?
I'm not saying that. I just don't know much about ghosts aside from the rumors I hear from everyone else.
But rumors about the existence of ghosts have spread pretty wide. Seems at least like a bunch of people have seen them. Wouldn't it make sense to think it's connected to the buzzing sound?
I'm not sure.
Have you seen one before, Daitoku-san? She shakes her head. Then just tell me what you know about them. What have the rumors been saying?
Rumor goes that there is a ghost girl that roams Uchigaoka Park. They say she looks like a middle schooler and that she has long hair.
Why are you whispering all of a sudden?
That's because... it's scary.
You think the ghost is listening in or something?
Yeah, a little.
Daitoku-san's quite the character. But more importantly, a girl, huh? What was that ghost I caught a glimpse of the other day? It was definitely a girl with long hair. So it definitely seems to fit the bill. I'm more interested, though, in that whole all Pokecoms suddenly stopped working for 46 seconds. That, I think, is a bigger deal than they're letting on. I want to see that again. For 46 seconds, every single Pokecom in Japan stopped working at the same time. But why? Why would every single Pokecom in Japan stop working? To me, that almost makes it feel like... To me, that makes it feel like maybe something's trying to be covered up. Something happened in those 46 seconds that under no circumstances could anyone else be afforded to look... that no one else could have looked at. Or otherwise, it would cause a lot of problems. Now, is it related to the Committee of 300? Personally, I think yes, but... Again, I don't have any proof of that. That's just a gut feeling. But I want to keep this in mind. The fact that all Pokecoms stop? That seems very important to me. Was it a girl? Did she look like a middle schooler? Was her hair long? I don't really get a good look, so... I can't say for sure.
It seems most of the people saw her were using her Pokecoms at the time.
There's actually something I'm a bit worried about. Is there a function that I haven't been noticing this whole time? Like, is there a function to this game? I don't think so. I feel like it would say here. No, I think I'm being paranoid.
Apparently the Ulcer would sound like a girl's voice.
That sure does ring a bell. Could that ghost's name be Sister Centipede?
Sister Centipede?
Daitoku-san shakes her head in confusion.
I don't think I've ever heard that name before, but maybe that's just me. I'm sorry.
Then, have there been any stories about people getting emails from the ghost?
Is it about the strange one you said you got? It'd be really scary if ghosts started sending emails.
Daitoku-san goes pale and hugs her shoulders. I wasn't asking to get her feelings on the subject.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Huh. So I'm the only one getting emails. Or are they being sent by someone completely unrelated? Whoa. Take a step back, Kaito. It's not like there's actually a ghost sending me emails. Admittedly, I'm a bit worried about those emails. Because they give me the vibe... It gives me the same kind of vibe that the text messages in Steins Gate had. You know, the ones that you know, how in Steins Gate you would send a message, and those messages could change the future or change reality or whatever. This just gives me the feeling that... I don't know. It's just... I'll say it. I'm worried that one of these messages are actually going to be attempting to change the divergence meter. We know currently that the current divergence of this game, if we're to believe that the intro divergence meter shows the same number, is the Okay, let me start this from the start. Assuming that the number we saw during the intro, the one that looks like it's the divergence meter, assuming that is the divergence meter, the same, then it's showing the same divergence number for the Steins Gate world line that was established in Steins Gate. So this is this is taking place in the reality of the true ending of Steins Gate. What I'm trying to get at is if those Sister Centipede messages are something similar to those messages, does that mean somebody is trying to change the reality again? somebody's trying to change the past or something. There's also the other thing I noticed last time. I still haven't forgotten it, but during that actual Sister Centipede message, it kept saying mad in it. The word mad was constantly visible throughout the entire message. Most of it was just garbled up numbers and letters, but you could occasionally just see the word mad in it for some reason.
About the ghost girl? Rumors say she doesn't just appear in this park. She also shows up at other places on the island.
Where?
I don't know all of them, but Chikura no Iwaya and a few other places.
Huh? There?
There are many people who have seen her, though.
Huh. And here I thought she was bound to the park or something.
What? Wanna check out?
Hmm? Check what out?
Chikura no Iwaya. My house is in that direction anyway. Oh, but if you don't want to, I understand.
Daitoku-san hurriedly starts making excuses for herself to back out. I glance at the clock and see that it's 5 in the evening. At this time of year, there's still over 2 hours of daylight left. The sun is slowly dropping and the air is nice and cool. Sure, I see no reason not to. I swear, this is all for the sake of preserving my comfortable life of gaming. I swear! Wow, this is beautiful. Summer is finally here, yet the beach is deserted. Locals rarely visit Chikura no Iwaya, but I could have sworn that it was at least a popular tourist destination. There's a cave that you can go inside from when the tide is low and everything. I have not noticed I can actually open this. Why am I only now realizing I can open this? I'm unironically only now noticing I can hit the middle button. I am so sorry. I hope nothing super important has been here. Daitoku. Blood type O. I didn't know I could access this that way. For some reason I didn't know. I'm sorry. Check your location in the Dillo map. I did not... Why did I not know of this? The game doesn't make it completely obvious that I could do it, but I guess I'm also just stupid. I am so sorry, guys. I would have tried doing it a lot more often. There's a cave that you can go inside when the tide is low and everything. I came here when I was a kid. I remember getting all hyper over how nice and cool it was. Maybe there'll be more tourists once summer break kicks off. But I kinda doubt it. The sounds of the crashing waves are all that fill the air of the silent beach. There aren't any streetlights nearby, so it gets pitch black at night. I wouldn't be surprised if a ghost showed up here. I feel like all the hairs on my body are standing up on end, but let's pretend that's because of the cool sea breeze. All I can confirm for sure is that I can't hear the buzzing noise. I take my Pokecom out and try playing Kill Violet just to see if anything weird happens again, but nope. I suppose it's not going to just pop up whenever it's convenient for me. On the flip side, it'd be a problem if it did show up that easily. As for Daitoku-san, she's staring at a large black mass on the beach. What is that?
A whale corpse. There have been a bunch of these lately. Washed up on the beach like this one. Not so long ago, there were 14 of them all washed up at once.
Wait, I think I remember Mom mentioning this a while back. I don't usually watch the local news. I just read up on the latest trends in Tokyo once in a while using Tweepo, but only because my political econ teacher suggested it. Megalith Sensei, their nickname, said it'd be useful for entrance exams, but I only really do it when I remember to. Just then I sensed something's off. Was the sand around here always this red? Is it the whale's blood?
It's not just the whales. Lately, all sorts of weird stuff's been happening on the island. There's been more than just the buzzing noise and the ghost rumors.
Such as?
The one that stands out the most is, The mass death of a bunch of animals.
That is weird. Why are animals dying by, like, large quantities?
There have been a lot since the start of the year. For example, do you remember the story about a huge number of bird corpses raining from the sky?
I don't actually.
It was a huge deal on the island. It happened back in March. They said thousands of birds suddenly fell all out of the sky, all at the same time. The airport was temporarily put out of service because of it.
Dad never told me anything about that.
Fortunately, it didn't happen in a residential area, so nobody got hurt. There are images of it. Wanna see?
Are they gross?
Yeah.
I'll pass. She looks faint-hearted, but is Daitoku-san the type who's totally fine seeing nasty stuff like that? Anything besides the birds?
Yeah.
Whoops.
Thousands of earthworms are found dried up and dead on the ground.
Okay, evidently there's a lot of weird things going on. Because, why are there so many animal deaths for some reason? It doesn't really make sense why. I don't know.
It wasn't raining the day before either. That's why Mr. Miyata said it was impossible.
Mr. Miyata is our school's biology teacher.
But the frogs were even crazier. Hundreds of frogs were found dead and, they looked like their bodies exploded from the inside out.
Okay, evidently something really weird's happening with the island. Not only the things that we've seen, but animals are dying constantly all the time on this island for some reason. And some in even strange ways. They exploded? What the heck does that mean?
Apparently what it sounds like. Their bellies exploded. Apparently it was really awful. The smell and stuff.
Was that also this year?
Yeah. And then finally the mass whale suicide.
I once again glanced at the carcass on the beach. If I was any closer, I'm sure it'd smell rotten.
But it's not just the whales. A bunch of dolphins have been killing themselves too. There have also been way more Nemora's jellyfish spawning than in previous years.
Nemora's jellyfish? What does that mean? A giant jellyfish that can reach a maximum diameter of 2 meters and a maximum weight of 150 kilograms. In recent years, they've had a huge outbreak in the East China Sea, which has been causing serious damage to fisheries. There are a number of theories regarding the origin of the outbreak, but since research has only just begun, a definitive answer is yet to be found.
Until this year, they drifted up to Hokkaido, but right now they're ending up in Amami and Okinawa since they're dying so fast.
Huh. I guess there really are strange things happening across the island. I haven't been paying any attention to this stuff. But I'm sure there must be a scientific explanation for all that, right?
I wonder, but there are theories. Around the internet, even scholars and professors are having a hard time figuring out the cause.
This stuff doesn't really strike me as urban legend material. Or maybe I still don't get where the line is drawn. For example, is there anything aside from mass animal deaths? Daitoku-san looks out toward the horizon, lost in thought.
Apollon.
What? Appleland? A small park with various attractions that opened in 1996 in Nishinomote, Tanegashima. It once featured a large grass field, play structures, a go-kart track, and a miniature golf course. However, due to a lack of visitors, most of it has been closed down and subsequently abandoned. Adjacent to Apollon is the Seikyo Dam, as well as a small ranch. What about Apollon?
In February, the water color in the dam water reservoir suddenly turned fluorescent.
What?
Not once, but 3 different times. There's a picture of it too. It was on the news. This one isn't gross or anything, so you can look at it, Yachio-kun.
Daitoku-san excitedly takes out her Pokecom and starts operating it.
Here, it was like this.
Huh. Well, I feel like it's gotta be some kind of chemical, obviously. I feel like this... Although... What I'm trying to figure out is... Do you think this is correlated... Like, do you think this correlates with the seawater deaths? The seawater animal deaths? I mean, they said all the whales and dolphins commit suicide. Could this chemical be the reason why? And I mean... They also mentioned how the other animal deaths were... Let me check this again. But the other animal deaths were specifically... It was... birds... earthworms... frogs... and whale and dolphin suicide, plus the increase in those Nomura jellyfish. Technically speaking, something in the water could affect all of those animals. Obviously, whales and dolphins in the water, they could obviously drink whatever this strange fluorescent substance is. Frogs can live near water, so it's possible that a bunch of them could have been exposed that way. Birds probably need to drink water, so it's possible a bunch of birds drink from here. And of course, if it gets into the land, if it gets sucked up by the land, then it of course would kill a bunch of earthworms, right? But what is it? Why is it? The image displayed on screen indeed shows the lake fluorescently colored. I feel like I've learned about this in grade school science class. Red tide, right? Or is it because of pollution?
Red tides happen in the ocean. You don't see things like this happen in dam reservoirs. And there's no industrial waste facility or anything near Oppalam. So it could have been because of pollution either. It always clear up in about 2 hours, so there was no time to research the water. And all the fish inside would be dead.
So what's going on? Why is the water suddenly turning fluorescent? Do you think it's an experiment of some kind? That's what I think it is. I think some sort of experiment's being carried out. And that it's leaving all these animals dead behind. But I don't really have any info I can work with to say whether that's true or not. I see.
There are rumors that this is an Earth Zero experiment that Jax is conducting.
Oh, come on, there's no way. People are just trying to force connections because TNSC is on the island. Not a real conspiracy theory. It's probably another environmental issue. Actually, that reminds me, according to the news, this past winter in Russia was as hot as the middle of summer. There's abnormal weather happening all over the world.
Oh yeah, that's right. On the west coast of America, I hear it's snowing even though it's summer.
Something's obviously wrong. Everything about the world is seemingly off kilter. But why? Why is it all weird? It's just interesting. Because... I'm trying to think if there's anything from the previous games that could spell out why it's happening. But obviously the only thing I can think of is... No, I don't know if that would be related at this point, though.
And some of the Nazca lines got washed away by heavy rains.
What's a Nazca line? Gigantic carvings drawn on a dry plateau near the Nazca River in Peru. The carvings are estimated to have been drawn around 2,000 years ago. It's still unknown how the Nazca were able to accurately carve images of over 100 kilometers long in an age with no airplanes. The Nazca lines were registered as a World Heritage Site in 1994. Interesting. I definitely remember seeing that one on the news.
This abnormal weather is similar to the weather that was recorded back in 2012 and 2015.
Is there some kind of relation?
I don't know.
This doesn't really seem like urban legend material, if I'm being honest.
I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. Just tell me anything else you've got that sounds more urban legendish.
Urban legendish. Urban legendish.
Daitoku-san presses both index fingers against her temples and starts mumbling to herself. Has she exhausted her supply?
Oh, right. Have you heard about the MF anemone?
Oh. So, we're really gonna do this, huh? I click my tongue softly so that Daitoku-san doesn't notice. I suppose if someone's an urban legend maniac, it makes sense for them to be interested in that still unexplained incident.
They call it the MF anemone a mass being incident. All the green passengers lost consciousness, and
Yeah, I know all about that. I cut her off, and she looks at me with a surprised expression on her face.
are you angry?
I shrug a little. Thanks a lot for today. You've given me a lot to think about.
Oh, sure. You're welcome.
Daitoku-san clearly wants to say something, but she stays quiet. I appreciate you picking up that I don't want to talk anymore. I take a bottle of fruit sour melon out of the convenience store bag I'm holding. I bought it from the shop at the entrance of the beach. How do they stay in business in a place with so few visitors? Here, that's my things for hanging out with me today. I tossed a bottle of fruit sour strawberry I also bought for Daitoku-san.
Whoa, whoa.
Daitoku-san tries to catch it, but ends up dropping it in the ground, covered in sand. Not much of a catcher, huh? We can trade if you want.
It'll be fine if I wipe the sand off. Thanks.
The two of us sit down in the hot sand and take a breather. The sea breeze makes my skin feel sticky. It's irritating. The horizon slowly gets dyed indigo blue. The sunset's getting closer. Daitoku-san is sucking as hard as she can on the straw. She really does look like a little boy. If nothing else, she certainly doesn't look like a classmate of my age. How'd exams go?
Badly. I had a cry tournament right before, so I barely studied. I failed one of the tests.
Just one? I'd say you're still in the clear. Things were a disaster for me and Akio. I never had to take supplementary exams for 5 subjects before. When you say karate tournament, do you mean the inter-high?
No, not at all. I can never enter high. It was just the first qualifier for the nationals.
How'd that go? Daitoku-san's smile looks forced, like she's about to cry.
It's over.
Huh. How'd you fare? If you get decent results in a tourney like that, our school has a custom where the VP holds an assembly to praise you. That said, the Robotics Club Rebel 1 performance got completely ignored. Typical. But back to Daitoku-san. I don't remember any assemblies like that for her, which means...
It was the same as always. I got eliminated in the first match.
Huh. You got eliminated in the first match of the qualifiers. Are you on the weaker side, Daitoku-san?
Yeah, there's no question about it. I'm weak. That was barely even a match. It's been the same for 3 years. I haven't improved at all. I'm so weak that I can't do anything at all.
She forces out a smile. Her voice sounds like it's trembling a little, so this must be painful for her to admit. Since it's summer in your 3rd year, you're done with club, right?
Yeah,
What are you gonna do now? Planning to go to a university?
yeah, for now at least. But I'm not going to do crying anymore. I'm weak after all. I'll probably just do it once in a while at my home dojo, as a hobby.
Oh, right, your family runs a karate dojo. You seem kind of lonesome. Daitoku-san flashed me a surprised look before turning her gaze to the edge of the water.
You might be right. It's just... I've been doing karate for as long as I remember. It's like a hole has been poked into my heart. Oh, but talking to you about Urban Legends Day was kind of... No, it was a really nice change of pace. Thanks for inviting me.
Daitoku-san smiles brightly at me, then turns her attention back to sipping her drink. I'm struck by a brilliant idea. A way to further enhance my comfortable gaming life. I bet you got a lot of free time nowadays.
Not really. I have to study for entrance exams from now on.
Study for entrance exams. Thanks a lot for dragging me back to reality. It doesn't take long for me to brush that aside yet again. I'm quick when it comes to changing gears, after all. Ever consider joining the Robotics Club, Daitoku-san?
Huh?
Our little club is suffering from a lack of hands. Even one new member would make a huge difference. It progressed things, plus it reduced the chance of Akio making me help out. In retrospect, that's a pretty backward way of thinking, isn't it? Daitoku-san looks perplexed. Not that I can blame her.
You do know I'm a third year, right?
Same as me and Aki-chan.
That's true, but why me?
Because it looks like you got free time.
But I don't. And I don't know anything about robots.
Neither do I. I've been in the club for 2 years. You wouldn't be the first.
Wait, really?
Really. So I wouldn't overthink things too much. Daitoku-san lowers her head.
I'm not really great with robots.
What's that supposed to mean? How can you be bad with robots? Yeah, she's probably just saying that to be polite. She's trying to refuse, but ended up with a bizarre excuse. So you're basically saying that you don't want to associate with those of us at a robotics club, huh?
I didn't say that. I just can't really handle them.
That's not something you really hear often.
You know Grandpa Vegeta, right?
Of course, he's your relative, right?
Yeah. I told Sunomiya the other day, but I can't handle Grandpa Vegeta either. In my mind, my struggling with Grandpa Vegeta and my inability to handle robots go hand in hand.
Hand in hand? Wait, don't tell me the dog is a robot or something. Daitoku-san stares at me blankly after my attempt at a joke. Meh, I thought it was funny. Never mind. Keep going.
Okay. Anyway, it was around the time I entered elementary school. Grandpa... Oh, I don't mean Grandpa Fujita. I mean my grandpa on the Daitoku side of my family. Grandpa took me to play at the store all the time. One day I tried exploring the robot clinic by myself. I ended up wandering into some kind of storehouse.
This is the point where Akio would get all fired up and yell, "You mean a secret base or something?"
And then, I saw them.
Like, a ghost?
Lots of robots.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Lots of adult-sized robots just lined up in that cramped little storehouse.
That many. I don't recall the robot clinic having a bunch of adult-sized robots.
They weren't for sale. I heard later that they were basically Grandpa Vegeta's personal collection. I guess he keeps them tucked away in the back of the storehouse.
I've never been back there before. Even a regular like Akio probably hasn't.
This little kid was really traumatizing.
Yeah, honestly, I can't really blame you. This is kind of horrifying.
I still see them in my dreams.
I bet. Sounds like some real trauma.
How can I describe them? They had really old designs, you know? Most people would probably say they had really charming faces and stuff, but I was really scared. They were expressionless. They didn't even look human. They had faces, but they also didn't, if that makes any sense. So that's why I panicked. I don't remember the details, but I know I broke one of the robots. Grandpa Vegeta got really mad at me. After that, I never went back to the store. That's why even now I can't really talk to him properly. Plus, I'm still a little scared of robots. Anyway, that's my story.
Daitoku-san starts squirming again. Looks like she sincerely wants to turn down my invitation. I can tell that she's not great at standing up for herself. But that's when it comes to life-size robots, right? What about giant robots or toy-sized ones? Daitoku-san thinks it over.
I don't know. I don't look at robots very often after all.
Right? So you might end up being totally okay. Come and visit the clubroom someday. I'm sure Aki-chan would be thrilled.
Okay. I'll think about it. Thanks for the invite.
Definitely didn't do anything worth being thanked for. This was all for my own sake. After making sure Daitoku-san couldn't see me, I let out a slightly sinister grin stretch across my face.
I am villainous.
Space Candy Co. Ltd. I think we're going to go ahead and end it here for today. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all next time. Peace.